It's 1 in 6 million different ways this can go. Eyes are the windows to the soul. What the secret is? Once had the battle the reaper, and I eated them. No telling what I'll sing on the mic. He got reef in him, ghost cuz I can see a ghost and speak to him. Building with the dead like every other night. And I never write a rhyme, I recite my other life. You're thinking it's a verse, but it's more of a testimonial. Soul float, up in the zone, only the lonely know. Thinking I'm geeking, but I'm reaching my dead homies though. Told 5'9", if I had a 9 to 5 line. Rappers with the 9 and robber 5 times.
To see burning spear. And the top is all off.
Hundreds gathered in Madison, Wisconsin on Friday for a Date Without Immigrants march and rally calling for expanded rights and protections for immigrant communities and workers. The event began at Brittingham Park and ended at the state capitol, where participants outlined 3 main demands: restoring access to driver's licenses for undocumented immigrants, granting in-state tuition for all Wisconsin students regardless of immigration status, and ending cooperation between local law enforcement and federal immigration authorities. Organized by the advocacy group Voices de la Frontera, the rally drew a wide range of participants, including students, union members, farmers, and families. Many carried signs and chanted messages in support of immigrant rights and inclusion and labor protections. Folks that want to benefit over all of the attacks that are happening right now, that we make sure that we don't let them get away with scapegoating immigrants and taking away not just their rights, but the rights of U.S. citizens, said Christine Newman-Ortiz, Executive Director of Voices de la Frontera. Wisconsin farmer Joel Greeno, who helped lead the march on a 1935 tractor, emphasized the importance of immigrant labor in the state's food supply chain. Because you're eating produce, whether it's tomatoes or peppers or lettuce, cabbage, whatever, chances are a migrant picked it, Greeno said. This tractor was built in 1935 in Milwaukee by Wisconsin labor, and that labor built this country. We built agriculture, we feed people, and it continues. And we need to honor the people that did the work that made all this possible. And we are far, far from that, he said. One father, speaking through his son and asking not to be named, said his family came to the U.S. seeking safety and opportunity. We want people to know that we came here. We're not murderers. We're not criminals. We just came here because we wanted to work and we wanted to make a difference. We wanted to live our lives. We wanted to have a great opportunity, and that it's unfair what they're doing to us. Friday's demonstration was part of a national wave of actions held to highlight the role of immigrants in the U.S. economy and to push back against policies that organizers say criminalize working families. We have to unite to make sure that we don't just defend the status quo, but that in the process of what is aggressive assault on our rights, that we come out of this transformed and in a real democracy, Newman-Ortiz said.
Dust and powder, K had the difference, Gus had the sour. Rule number 1, never fuck with the cowards. Nothing is mine, everything is ours. High ceiling, yeah, Art Deco. It's mad furniture, but you can still hear the echo. Young wild nigga, can't wait to let the tech go. Come up off the chain, cause he ain't gon' let your neck go. No gimmicks, straight image. I'm a product of the heroin epidemic. Some niggas got rich, others got apprehension.
So, here's some more news. So, U.S. House Republicans vote against blocking ICE from deporting U.S. citizens. Y'all hear that? U.S. House Republicans vote against blocking ICE from deporting U.S. citizens. This is from Lowry Thomas, New York University School of Law, United States, May 2nd, 2025. So Republicans on the U.S. House Representatives Judiciary Committee universally voted against an amendment on Wednesday that would have prevented Immigration and Customs Enforcement /ICE from using federal funds to detain or deport U.S. citizens. Democratic Representative Pamela Jayapal from Washington proposed the amendment to a budget bill, which was approved in the House of Representatives on April 10th. She stated that since President Donald Trump, I added in the Trump, began his second term, a troubling pattern has emerged with U.S. citizens being detained by the immigration authorities, citing numerous examples over the past few months. That's a quote. Jayapal described this trend as unconstitutionally dangerous and fundamentally wrong. Representative Eric Swalwell of California described the vote as one of the most shocking things he has ever seen and said that he and his Democratic colleagues were stunned. In the same session, the House Judiciary Committee advanced numerous legislative measures aimed at curbing immigration, such as earmarking $45 billion to detain 100,000 migrants, as well as funding for the removal of 1 million migrants per year. The amendment voted followed numerous clashes between the courts and the Trump administration over the right to detain and deport individuals from the U.S. For example, the United States Supreme Court ordered the Trump administration to facilitate the return of a man deported to El Salvador without due process. And federal judges have recently ordered the release of a detained Palestinian Columbia University student and prohibited the use of Alien Enemies Act of 1798 to deport Venezuelans. The Trump administration has shown readiness to push back on such decisions. Donald Trump is such a fucking asshole. This vote leaves the door open for further disputes between the government and the courts over the constitutional rights of U.S. citizens, particularly under the 14th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. All right, y'all, back to the episode. So as of May 2025, the Mississippi welfare scandal involving Brett Favre remains unresolved, with ongoing civil litigation and public scrutiny. Favre is a defendant in a civil lawsuit filed by the Mississippi Department of Human Services to recover approximately $24 million in misused welfare funds. The lawsuit alleges that Favre received $5 million for a volleyball facility at the University of Southern Mississippi and $1.7 million for a concussion treatment drug company, both funded through the nonprofit Mississippi Community Education Center. Favre has repaid $1.1 million for speaking engagements. Sorry about the wind, y'all. Your wind, windows. Favre has repaid $1.1 million for speaking engagement, but disputes remaining $228,000 in interest. In August 2023, the Mississippi Supreme Court denied Favre's motion to dismiss the lawsuit, allowing the case to proceed. Criminal accountability. While several individuals involved in the scandal have pleaded guilty to criminal charges, including former DHS Director John Davis and MCEC founder Nancy New, Favre has not been criminally charged. The MDHS's civil lawsuit aims to recover misused funds rather than pursue criminal penalties. The controversy has been highlighted in the upcoming Netflix documentary Untold, The Fall of Favre, set to premiere on May 20th, 2025. The documentary features Jen Sturger, the former New York Jets sideline reporter who accused Favre of sending unsolicited, explicit messages stating that the incident destroyed her life. And that article is out of the New York Post if y'all want to check that out. So while Favre has repaid some funds and denied wrongdoing, the civil lawsuit continues and the scandal remains a significant point of public and media focus. I just wanted to bring that up because, like, you just stop hearing about shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's some bullshit. Like, we're in the car, we're running errands and stuff, and that situation just popped in my head, so I looked it up just to see what was going on with that. It doesn't sound like much. Like, dudes should be charged criminally.
Yes. Because everyone else was.
Exactly. White star privilege.
I mean, if they're charged, how can he not be?
Right.
Because he's involved too.
And then they say he paid some of the money back, so that you're basically admitting guilt.
Right.
So why don't you pay all the shit back?
Right.
And my question is, why would you even? First of all, why would you do that? Like, because it's wrong. You know what I mean? Like, that would be like, why would you do that? Meaning, like, that's fucked up. But then on the other hand, too, like, you lie about it and then try to put it off on other people and then just, like, want the shit to go away.
Right.
It's just like, dude, you're a millionaire plenty times over, dude. Like, why would you take funds that aren't yours for people that really need it? Like, that money, like Michelle always says, is earmarked. That's going for something. And who the hell are you to just take and be like, oh, yeah, we're going to pay for my daughter's volleyball court with this money? Instead of using your own.
Right.
That's the first thing that popped in my head when this shit first started. I'm like, why didn't he just use his own money?
Yeah. Like, that doesn't even make any sense.
Right. It doesn't even make sense. Why, like, and that just shows you just how less they think of people that need that money. They look at them like, oh, fuck. They're probably looking at that shit like, oh, well, it's welfare money. Like, it was given to them by us anyways or by other people, so we're going to go on and use some of that. We gave it to them anyway, so it ain't like it was theirs. That's how they probably think.
That's how the rich stay rich.
That's just crazy. Indian giving.
Right. Oh, what a piece of shit.
Man, a piece of just straight up just turd, dookie, bookie bullshit.
And it's not like that's the only shitty thing he's done.
I know.
He's done a bunch of shit.
Dude's just an asshole of a human being. Trump supporting ass. Him, man. Yeah. Him, Mark Murphy, the president of the Packers, he's a Trump supporter. That's all I was saying, that the NFL draft that was here in Green Bay, that was just one big old Republican party, basically. They're throwing money around. I can just imagine if you were fly on the wall and some of them dinners and the little things that they had going on and shit when they were all up here, because all the owners, well, I can't say all because I don't know, but I'd be willing to bet the majority of the NFL owners are Republicans and they voted for Trump. I'd be willing to bet dollars to donuts. That means if I lose, you pay me in donuts. Right? Yeah, if I lose, I pay you in money, and if I win, you pay me in donuts. That's how confident I'm going to win. That bet. That's what that means. Because I know sometimes when I say that, people are like, what the hell does that mean, dollars to donuts? It means that's how confident I am that I'm willing to accept donuts over dollars. Or, you know what I mean. But the booty stalls are full, y'all, so, you know what I mean? There was probably a lot of fornication going on last night. People coming through. The whole weekend. I just hope nobody's cheating on nobody. Don't be cheating. And then going home, yeah, there's people been taking these walk of shames coming out. They got one shoe in their hand. They left their phone upstairs. Their girlfriend or boyfriend's trying to call, and their phone sitting in someone's bed. They left their bra up there. They're going to come home and their boyfriend's going to be like, you had a bra on when you went to work? third shift. You come back, where's your bra? Right. I didn't wear one. And he's going to be, knowing she did, he's just going to be like, oh, okay. Because you can't accuse a woman of nothing. You know what I mean? Because they'll get offended. Knowing they done some straight up bullshit. And I didn't say all women, y'all. I didn't say that. We're just talking about that. You know, my point is like women kind of, they'll be cheating too, but they kind of, I don't know if they're slicker about it or more just discreet about it or they're safer about it or something. But when they do it, it seems like, I don't know. But Michelle and I don't have to worry about that with each other. So. But we're just saying like, but anyways, back to the booty call stalls. Just make sure you're doing what's that morning after? What's that, Plan B? Plan B? We're just joking, y'all. Just fucking around. We are back for running out errands. So excuse me if I did burp on a Saturday. Oh, and shout out 7-Eleven. They got donuts at 7-Eleven. They're $1. They're good, too. They got the chocolate ones, the vanilla, which one's one of those? The powder. They got the coconut, and then they got the cinnamons. They're only $1. I grabbed 3 packs of them, and I bought me a water. Bottle of water. Yeah. So I think, you know what? We're about to go watch some cooking shows. America's Test Kitchen, Dookie Chase Kitchen. I love that Dookie Chase cooking show, Dookie Chase family. They got is it the daughter? I think it's one of the nieces, one of the grandsons, and then like one of the daughters too. But anyways, they got a restaurant. They're out of Louisiana, and it's like their whole family's involved in the restaurant. But anyways, they got a cooking show on Create. So, shout out Patty's Mexican Table. Let's see some of these podcasts and YouTubers we listen to. Shout out Roman Reckless. Shout out Nomadic Introvert. Shout out Murder with My Husband. Shout out Crime Junkie. Shout out 90s Crime Time. We haven't listened to 90s Crime Time in a long time. Shout out Simone. Yep, y'all. If I'm just, shouting some of the podcasts and YouTubes we listen to. If y'all ever bored and listen, I mean, I know y'all got y'all's stuff that you listen to and stuff too. But, yeah. There's some we check out. So we are home now. Chewy, Marley. All right, y'all, let's get back to the episode. And happy Cinco de Mayo coming up on Monday. But if you're a Trump supporter or you're racist or anything like that, you don't want migrants here, I don't want to see y'all with a taco in your mouth. I don't want to see you with an array. I don't want to see you at a taco truck. I don't want to see you order no lawn care services. I don't want to see Molly-made people coming out your house. I don't want to see none of that. You don't get to eat tacos. You don't get to eat salsa. No chorizo. Right, baby? Because they ain't going to be asking them, all these people that want the migrants gone, and they use their services and stuff, their lawn care services and all their roofing companies. I bet you they ain't asking them for their green card and paperwork before they use their services.
Probably not.
They're just letting them do it. I bet you they ain't asking for their paperwork before they order at their taco truck. I bet you they ain't asking for their paperwork when they go roll up in there in Conejitos. Conejitos ain't even good no more like it used to be back in the day. It's went down. I like Guadalajara, Tinton Walker. Y'all go check out Guadalajara.
34th and Burnham. We've never been there, but I've been there a couple times with my family. Ooh, their food is good.
34th and Burnham. Do you remember the name of it, baby? Well, sorry, y'all. We can't.
L something.
But yeah.
No, seriously, it's El something, like El Senorito or something like that. But man, their food is so plenty. Margaritas are strong.
I want Mexican food where I don't want the servers and the people that work. I don't want them speaking no damn English.
They do not.
That's how you know it's good. That's how you know. Yeah, that's how you know it's good. That's how you know it's good. I love my people. All right, y'all, but happy Cinco de Mayo coming up Monday. I'm about to holler at my mom. I'm about to text my mother right now and or give her a call and see if she'll whip up some Mexican food for Monday. All right. Hi, Chewy. All right, y'all, we're gonna chill. Brett Favre, get that money together, man, you thief. Don't nobody care that you're sick or whatever. What's wrong? His brain is messed up or something? All them hits. Too many hits to the head. Too many Vicodin pills. So what would our country look like had Kamala won compared to Trump? So had Kamala Harris won the 2024 presidential election, the United States would likely have experienced a policy shift emphasizing economic equity, climate action, healthcare reform, and the protection of democratic institutions. Harris's administration would have prioritized restoring democratic norms and institutions. She proposed reforms to protecting voting rights, including expanding access to mail-in voting, restoring the Voting Rights Act, and combating partisan gerrymandering. Her focus would have been on safeguarding constitutional checks and balances and promoting civic engagement, economic policy, and social equity. Harris aimed to address economic disparities through progressive fiscal policies. She proposed raising corporate taxes from 21% to 28% and increasing the capital gains tax rate to 28%. Her administration would have expanded the child tax credit, provided $25,000 in down payment assistance for first-time home buyers, and worked to construct 3 million new homes. Additionally, she advocated for the elimination of federal taxes on tips for service workers and supported raising the minimum wage. Building on the Biden administration's efforts, Harris would have continued implementing the Inflation Reduction Act, aiming to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and promote clean energy initiatives. Her administration would have focused on environmental justice, investing in communities disproportionately affected by environmental hazards, healthcare and social services. Harris proposed expanding healthcare access by introducing a public option and capping prescription drug costs, including insulin, at $35. She aimed to cancel Medicare medical debt and expand subsidies for Affordable Care Act plans, saving consumers an average of $700 on premiums. Her administration would have focused on expanding paid family leave, affordable child care, and elder care, addressing the care economy. Criminal justice reform. Harris's background as a prosecutor informed her approach to criminal justice reform. She advocated for ending mass incarceration, legalizing marijuana at the federal level, and expanding re-entry programs for formerly incarcerated individuals. In summary, a Harris presidency would have pursued policies aimed at reducing economic inequalities, addressing climate change, expanding health care access, and protecting democratic institutions. Everything that Trump's trying to strip away and take away. Her approach would have emphasized pragmatic, incremental progress with a focus on social equity and environmental sustainability. Sounds like a better world to me.
Right.
Had she won, that's why I was reading that, y'all. Because that, what she was talking about doesn't sound, ill-hearted or mean or like she was going to start taking stuff from people. She definitely wasn't going to be kicking all these migrants out, especially the way that it's being done.
Right.
She wasn't going to be putting people in foil like Trump and them did. All right, y'all. We're just out running errands, so we're about to run into this gas station, and we'll get back to this episode.
and that protein is going to hold these burgers together. The next thing I've got is 1 1/4 teaspoons of salt, and this is kosher salt.
Again, you would never do this with a regular burger, because that makes the meat too tough, but not in this case.
Not in this case. So we're going to pop this lid back on. No gentle, delicate pulsing. We're just going to process this for about 20 seconds until the mixture forms a ball. That's pretty good.
You say so. I'm in your hands now, I promise.
Now, we're going to divide this up. This is going to make 4 burgers. And I just want to get all of this mixture out of here. So I am looking to form 4.5-inch wide patties. I do want to make sure these are as flat as possible.
America's Test Kitchen.
Little concavities. Steam would get
Load this dishwasher up. I love using the dishwasher now. I used to just strictly wash dishes by hand. Just maybe because that's just what I was used to doing, growing up as a kid and stuff, doing, chores and all that. But I don't mind using the dishwasher now. I'm using 2 pods though. And Michelle only uses 1. And that's like, she has a lot of stuff in there. But I'm using 2. It's like a medium load, so I'm using 2. 1 don't seem enough, right? So I'm putting 2 in there. 1, 2. Put it right in there. Yeah. That going? Yeah, we're just chilling, hanging out, watching PBS, Create. Got NPR on in the bathroom for whenever, in and out of there or whatever. And, yeah, we're about to get some food together. We ran some errands today and stuff like that. About to have me a little coffee. We just took a little nap. Yeah, so we just wanted to take just a break from the episode just to say that we appreciate everyone listening. Thanks to all the states and all the different countries. Shout out Iran. I seen we got a couple of listeners from Iran. Yeah. Serbia as well. We saw a couple downloads from Serbia. Oh, there goes the dishwasher. Yep. All right, y'all. And shout out Wyoming, Mississippi, Massachusetts. We saw in there. Cali. Where else did we see? Oh, Georgia. Obviously, Wisconsin, Indiana, Illinois, Virginia. Shout out Virginia. Virginia's been loyal. Virginia has been loyal. So shout out Virginia. Who's ever listening to Virginia, we appreciate it. And we hope life's treating y'all well. You know what I mean? Love that Virginia's a blue state. Let's keep it blue. The majority of the states that listen to us, though, are blue states, which I really appreciate. Because that kind of tells me that at least the majority of the people that listen to us at least feel somewhat similar, similar about things, like we do. Sort of the same, I would assume. Yeah, shout out Georgia. I don't have the list up now. I'm just in my mind. I'm trying to, because I was just looking at it a little while ago. So I'm obviously forgetting a bunch of states. Oh, shout out Arizona. Saw Arizona on there. Pennsylvania. Shout out Pennsylvania. Shout out New York. And I can't think of any more right now, y'all. I'm drawing a blank because I don't have the stats on me right now. Because I'm loading this dishwasher. And I'm going to make a little more coffee. All right, I'm rambling. But let's get back to this episode.
Nigga that only sold dust and powder. K had the dippers, Gus had the sour. Rule number 1, never fuck with the cowards. Nothing is mine, everything is ours. Art Deco, it's mad furniture, but you still hear the echo. Young wild nigga can't wait to let the tech go. Come up off the chain, cause he ain't gonna let your neck go. No
soft these are?
Yeah. How's that?
Perfect. Let me get cleaned up and we'll start cooking.
Great.
Julia, I've got 1.5 teaspoons of oil in this skillet, and I'm heating it over medium-high heat. You can see it's nice and shimmery.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get our patties in.
Okay.
I have found that in some skillets, it's really hard to get all 4 in at the same time, but these are going to shrink up slightly, so it is hard to get all of them in. I just give the burgers maybe a minute, let them tighten up, scooch them closer together, and then I slip the last one in.
Gotcha.
You can see there's just a tiny bit more space for them. You don't mind scooting these over a little bit.
Sure.
Last one in.
In America, how long are you going to let this go on?
Congresswoman, let me assure you that we're not letting it go on. We are fighting this.
No, I reclaim my time. You're a liar.
We can disagree. You don't have to call a witness a liar.
The rules state you can't impugn someone's character. Identifying or calling someone a liar is unacceptable in this committee. And I make the ruling that we strike those words. When we strike, it does terminate the time of the individual who is speaking. So the gentlelady is no longer recognized.
Green left the hearing shortly after that moment.
You're a liar. You are letting this go on.
No, you're a liar, Marjorie. Butch Maid, you're a liar. That's why they silenced you. Listen.
Security Secretary.
I can't stand that lady.
How many more people do we have to watch die every single day in America? How long are you going to let this go on?
Congresswoman, let me assure you that we're not letting it go on. We are fighting this.
No, I reclaim my time. You're a liar.
We can disagree. You don't have to call a witness a liar.
The rules state you can't impugn someone's character. Identifying or calling someone a liar is unacceptable in this committee. And I make the ruling that we strike those words. When we strike, it does terminate the time of the individual who is speaking. So the gentlelady is no longer recognized.
I love it. I can't stand that lady. I cannot stand that lady. For a couple reasons. Because she's a racist. And her attitude is just horrible. She just looks like the devil. She looks like bad news. She looks unpleasant. And she looks like she doesn't shower after she lifts weights. Alright, y'all. Back to the episode. Shout out AOC, though. Shout out AOC. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. I hope she runs for president. I will support her. And she's got receipts. She's been out here. She's been out here for some years now. So people can't say that she just jumped up out of nowhere and started. You know what I mean? Alright, so shout out AOC.
The cheese is nice and melty. Let's check these temperatures.
They look so good.
156. All right, let's get these out of here. Now, we're going to give these 5 minutes of resting time just to slow those juices a little bit. Most important question you're going to get today. What do you like on your burger?
Everything.
Really everything?
Yeah. Lettuce, tomato.
Let's try this.
Yes, please.
Full ring? Just
No. Disappear.
Just like,
Yeah, perfect. Are you pro mayonnaise on the burger?
oh yeah. The more, the merrier.
All right.
How juicy that is.
Going in.
You're going to love it.
That's a great burger. There's Chewy.
He was in the room. He was laying by the foot of the bed when I just came out of there. There he is. Have you heard your mom calling you?
Want some pea soup with pasta?
Sure. With pea soup with pasta, y'all.
Just add water.
Have you always had trouble with your weight?
Bow ties.
Shopping, y'all. Grabbing a few things.
This is like 4
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to make some tuna patties. Y'all ever made tuna patties? Those are good. We'll tell y'all how to make them if you haven't.
4-pack.
For the tuna patties, it's just eggs, tuna, and then breadcrumbs, right?
Yeah.
Man, it's good. You whip it up, make them, form it into like patties. Cook it up in the oven. I mean, not in the stove, on the stove top. Those are really good. Ooh, we should get like some of those dessert things, like those Betty Crocker things, like the cupcakes. But we can make like cookies and stuff like that. I think that's in this aisle. Desserts. Let's see. You want to do cookies or make a cake or do like brownies or...
we could do brownies.
You want to do some brownies? Okay. Damn, this shit went up too. Remember these little boxes, these little packets of Betty Crocker? These used to be $1. The little Betty Crocker, like sugar cookie mixes and all that shit used to be $1. They're $4 now.
Where's the pancake mix?
Yeah, we're damn. They just... Oh, we could get one of these, the Pillsbury one, and make cupcakes up out of it. Pancake mix? I think it's next out. Okay. You want to go around or should we go? What, remember that dessert we used to make? What was that one we used to make? It was like the, remember we used to go to Dollar General? Not Dollar General, yeah. The no-bake cheesecake or whatever that was? Huey Lewis in the News. I like that one song they got. Damn. Addicted. What was it? Not the one from, not the one in the movie Back to the Future. Wow, look at that. Whoa. We thought we had the cutest dog in the world. Wow. Can I touch real quick?
Yeah, you can turn on.
Wow. We just saw the cutest dog ever in life. That thing, wow. That thing was the size of a glove. Wow. It looked like a little like Ewok or something.
Yeah.
From Star Wars, y'all. We just saw the littlest dog ever. It was the size of like a oven mitt. It looked like an Ewok from like Star Wars. Man, that was a cool dog. Make sure we still ain't got dessert yet, huh? Pancake mix and shit. I want to get the pancake mix a little higher up. I don't like when it's on the bottom shelf. Bugs and stuff. Should we get Hungry Jack or the Pearl Milling? What is that? Crusties? Light and fluffy?
Oh, I've had this before.
All right, should we get that?
Yeah.
Those look damn as hell. Okay.
Light and fluffy.
I don't know how generic you can go on pancake mix.
They're not generic. That's not a generic brand.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now we need something sweet.
We might as well go around this way. Everyone's waiting in line. cinnamon and spice? They don't. Ooh, we should have got the Belgian waffle mix. Or would you rather do pancakes?
I'd rather do pancakes.
Okay, pancakes it is. No, I'd rather do what you want to do. For real. Because we got the waffle iron. We could always do waffles just like that.
Yes.
I always forget about the waffle iron because it's sitting up under the cabinet. Or whatever it is. Pop-Tarts? Sometimes them Pop-Tarts don't taste right no more. Sometimes the edges are kind of hard. You didn't notice that? Pop-Tarts ain't as good as they used to be. They're not as fresh.
Okay, what
we still need a sweet treat. Should we just get like a... Oh, you know what I was thinking? I might get some of those, what are those things like you throw them in the oven, like those?
Yeah, the tarts.
Yeah, like the tarts.
Not that we bake too much.
Yeah, right. Ooh. Still get ice cream cones. These waffle bowls are good. I wish they had the waffle bowls. The non-sugar, I don't like the sugar cone. The non-sugar cone waffle bowls. Like just the regular cones, I wish they had those in the bowl. Oh, I think they're over here. There they are. Damn. Holy shit. I might just get one of these.
What is that? Oh, that's upside down.
Garlic bread. So what do you think what all do you think we're going to eat tonight? Are we doing spaghetti then or something? You doing pasta or something?
No, I was going to eat the soup.
Okay. So should I get some breadsticks? Or...
I'm just looking at those are cheese in it.
That's good. Mozzarella cheese in there. Twisted breadsticks.
There's 5.
The mozzarella in there. Like from Do the Right Thing?
Yeah.
We told them to put some extra cheese on there. Damn, they got that speaker loud.
Music festivals now through May 13th. Spend $50 in one transaction for fresh burgers.
So we got pasta, we got pancake mix, we got garlic bread, we got some little desserts, little cream pies, tuna. Yeah, tuna patties out of shit, y'all. Make tuna patties. It's just bread, crumbs, tuna, and eggs. You just mix it all together and then form them into patties. Throw them in the fryer. I mean, you know what I mean, fry them up. So let's see, it says, so here's what the research and evidence suggests. It's saying there's no solid evidence supports the claim that Jimmy's has a racist origin. That's up for debate, though, still. The most widely accepted explanation is that the term was coined by the Just Born Candy Company, makers of Peeps, which had a machine called the Jimmy that dispensed the sprinkles in the 1930s. Some urban legends or anecdotal claims suggest that the term referred to Jim Crow or had racial connotations, but these claims lack historical documentation or scholarly support. So they're saying as of now, there's no verified historical evidence linking Jimmy's to a racial origin. It's generally considered safe and inoffensive to use. And just the fact that there's rumblings that it might be racist, you know, is basically white people don't be saying Jimmy's. Don't be saying Jimmy's. Don't be using Jim. Just call them sprinkles. Okay? And you'll be okay. All right, we're going to run to the store and grab a few things.
Should we behave while we're gone?
I won't.
And if you're lucky, we'll take you for a little walk later.
A little walk or something before the game?
Yeah, just get some fresh air.
Yeah, we got one game tonight, Denver and Clippers.
Oh my God, he thinks he's going somewhere.
Sure he does think he's going. I got to throw some pants on. I think I'll be all right.
You will be.
I got sweatpants on.
Yeah.
Peace and blessings once again. This is DVJ&MICHELLE. This is the Cold World Podcast. We just want to say thanks for listening to this Saturday night episode. We really appreciate it once again. Go out and do something good for somebody. Please remain teachable. And until the next one, peace. And always protect your peace. All right, y'all. To the next one. Peace.